Hey y'all, this is Pickles BBQ. This is Charlie from Pickles BBQ. Welcome back. This is my cat Willow, his foster cat. Today we're going to be doing mushroom bok choy noodles. Catch y'all back. Alright y'all, so here's what we have for ingredients. We've got sesame oil. We got cayenne pepper. We just want a dash of sesame oil and about a dash of cayenne pepper. Want about a quarter cup of soy sauce. Use your own favorite brand. So there's our soy sauce. Garlic powder. You can use whatever oil you want. I'm using sunflower oil today. So we'll add about a quarter cup of that as well, or about 1 to 2 tablespoons, honestly. Honey. Add your own favorite brand of honey. We'll add about a tablespoon of that. Tablespoon of chopped grated ginger. We'll chop that up in a second. Juice of 1/2 lemon. So go ahead and do that too. And then we've got our tuna steaks. So we're gonna go ahead and chop everything up, get it all ready, throw it into a Ziploc bag, put it in the refrigerator for about 4 hours.
So you just want to rough chop your ginger. I cut it into like little planks. And then we'll add that into our bag. And that goes along with the marinade.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a lemon. Got that in half. Go out the sticker. We don't need any seeds in here. So you want to do it this way, where you squeeze it with your hand like that. So you can catch any seeds. You can also use the lemon zest for this. And that tastes real good too. So there's our lemon. Alright y'all, so what I'm doing here is I'm putting in our wet ingredients and our spices. So I'm gonna go ahead and add about a tablespoon of honey. I put in about a quarter cup of soy sauce. That's a whole bunch of glugs right there. About a quarter to half cup. You don't really have to measure it. A little bit of sesame oil. Just kind of a splash. Some cayenne pepper. Probably about a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. You can omit this step if you don't like it spicy. Or you can add jalapenos, wasabi, whatever you want. We'll go ahead and add, I like it spicy. So go ahead and add a bunch. About a teaspoon. About the same of garlic powder. A teaspoon or so. And then finally, just some vegetable oil. Like I said, this time I'm using sunflower oil. So go ahead and add that too. And that's probably about a couple of tablespoons. What you should see is something like this. And this is with 2 tuna steaks. They're marinate for about 4 hours. And then we'll put it on the Blackstone later.
Hey y'all, here are the noodles we're going to be using. I'm using Japanese udon. You can use whatever kind of noodles you want. I'm going to put in some roasted sesame seeds, a little bit of garlic powder, some General Tso's from Sang, a little bit of soy sauce, and a little bit of sesame oil.
Japanese udon noodles, we want to make sure they're all cooked through. You can use whatever noodle you want. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this pot on to boiling. Make sure it boils. Instructions are 7 to 8 minutes. It says cook the dry noodle in plenty of boiling water. 7 to 8 minutes. We're going to go about 6 minutes because we're going to finish it up on the Blackstone. And I'm only going to use about 1 of these packages in here. like I said, use whatever noodle you want. You can use chow mein, lo mein, chow fun. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and add that. We'll be right back. And we do want to drain them off after we're done and cool them down. My people. So I did lie. I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 packets of this. And you can see they come wrapped. So you just need to pull this off and throw them in. And I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes. I'll pull it out. Put this in cold water. And let her go. In the meantime, what we have is shimeji mushrooms. You can use whatever kind of mushroom you want, or you don't have to use any at all. Go ahead and kind of rough chop these a little bit. And then I'm gonna add some bok choy too that I'm gonna rough chop. So with bok choy, all you wanna do is cut off the ends. It's basically like cabbage. You can use cabbage for this recipe too. Use whatever your favorite vegetable is. And then we go ahead and slice them up. Hey, so this is what we're looking for our noodles. We're looking for kind of about soft. Al dente if you're using the spaghetti. And we're gonna go and pull them and drain them. In the meanwhile, while we're getting set up, I'm gonna go ahead and throw something else together. So this is a simple Sriracha mayo blend. Go ahead and move that over there. So for 2, we're looking pretty small. So maybe a couple of tablespoons of mayonnaise. Use your own favorite mayonnaise. I know everyone's got their own favorite. Duke's, Blue Plate, you name it. Tiny bit of rice vinegar. Maybe just a splash for this. A dash of garlic powder. A little bit more than dash, but what are you gonna do? Some black pepper. Some kosher salt, or in this case I'm using pink Himalayan salt. Just a tiny bit of that. And then a dash of Sriracha. All you want to do, mix it up. And that's what we're looking for. About that color. You can use more Sriracha if you want. You can use whatever spices you want. Our very final step before we step outside. So our tuna has been marinated. Let me go ahead and have sesame seeds lined up on this side. Look at that. It's beautiful. That smells really good already too. Oh boy. Now this is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good. I'm gonna go ahead and put sesame seeds on all sides. Smells like ginger soy sauce. It smells like everything we put in there. It smells fantastic. Put it in our bok choy.
We added our bok choy. I'm gonna put that down first. It'll take a little bit longer to cook. I did put down a little spray of oil. We'll give those a good stir. Let those go. And then next thing is to dump in our pre-cooked noodles. We'll go ahead and dump those on top too. That's where some of our spices are gonna go.
Mushrooms on.
So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead, I added our mushrooms. I'm gonna add some soy sauce. Just kind of sprinkle it over the top of our noodles and over the top of our vegetables. Add a little dash of sesame oil to this too. So I'm going to put a little dash on each. And give it a good stir. Mix it all in. I'll put a little bit of lemon on top. That's the other half of the lemon we were using. So I'm just squeezing lemon juice on top. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of Sang's General Soy Sauce. That's pretty good stuff. You can add whatever you like. Teriyaki sauce would work real well too. I have two burners. This is a 28-inch Blackstone. I'm going to go ahead and move everything to the side. Both burners are on pretty well close to high, about a medium high. So I'm going to move everything over to the side. I'm going to spray down some oil, get ready for our tuna to go on. And then we're going to go ahead and drop our tuna. So the tuna's on, we're looking about, so I'm just going to basically sear it. So we're looking about 1.5 minutes per side, just to kind of sear the outside of it. You can actually watch the color as it goes through the tuna. So I got 1.5 minutes, I'll flip it up. And then I did dice up an apple, so I thought that would work real well, and it actually did turn out great. It's nice and crisp, and we just want to let that crisp up a little bit. Go ahead and take our tuna off. So gang, now it's time to plate up. So what we're looking at here, I've got our noodles, our vegetables are off, everything's looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and throw our sesame crusted tuna on top of that. Boy, it looks good. And it's time to plate up. So I did dice some green onions and threw those on top. A little bit of our Sriracha mayo and a little drizzle of Sriracha.
Hey y'all, welcome back. It's time for the taste test. And this tuna is cooked perfectly for me. So it's seared on the outside and still rare on the inside. If you want to cook it all the way through, go ahead and cook it a little bit longer. But I love this. Let's give it a taste test, shall we? Immediately right off the bat, you get that sesame, and then you get a bit of soy. You can taste the ginger and all the spices in the marinade. The Sriracha mayo on top has a different level of flavor. So good. Anyhow, if I can do it, you can too. Give it a try. Pickles out.